guys, and welcome back to RareRoo Crafts, and welcome back to Embellishments on the 11th, or in this case, Embellishments on the 12th. I am a day late. I've had a really busy week, mojo issues yet again, and I was going to make the embellishments after work over the course of this week, but I just didn't have the time or the energy, so they didn't get done. So I have made a few today. So I've just done 3 for this month, but not to worry, I am carrying on with embellishments on the 11th into next year, so there will be plenty more to see next year. So this is a collaboration. There's lots and lots of other incredibly talented crafters who will already have put their videos up yesterday, so please do go on over and check them out. All of their links will be in the description box below this video. The collaboration is hosted by the lovely Deb Houck of Deb Houck's Crafty Cottage, and she hosts quite a few collaborations, year-long collaborations, and she's hosting some more next year. Some of them are the same as the ones that we've done this year. So like I say, Embellishments on the 11th is in fact carrying on into 2021. Some of them she is calling to a close this in the next year, but then she is starting up some others. So I'm not going to carry on with the stickier side of crafting next year, but I am going to carry on, start up rather, a jewellery one where we make a piece of jewellery every month. So yeah, just something a bit different. Anyway, let's have a look at the embellishments that I've made this month. As I say, I've only made 3, but I will share with you what I've made. So first of all, I've made this one. So I do apologise if the lighting's not great. It is dark here. So yeah, not the best lighting in the world. And I have got lights, so like spotlights, but everything just glares when you've got lights. But it is what it is. So this was the first one that I made, which is a little bauble shaker. So it has got all shaker stuff on the inside. It's got little micro beads and some red, white and green sequins. And the piece of card, I've actually used, I think it's 4 layers of card that I've die cut with just the main bauble piece, and then I've just cut these bits out. I've left a strip along the middle there so that the sequins stay on that top piece there, because sometimes when you do ones like this, if you don't have something in there, all your sequins is just going to fall to the bottom there and you won't have anything sitting up the top there. So I quite like this die set for that. I've used some centre inlays, so this one says Noel, and then this one's just a pretty sort of I don't know, scrolly sort of effect. I've put a piece of Christmassy ribbon across the centre there. I think that came from Tracy Susan in something that I won from Tracy Susan. I've made some little sentiment strips on my computer. These ones just say Merry Christmas in a lovely cursive font. And then I've got these gorgeous little gingerbread men. They're actually little charms. I've just cut the little loop off the top of the gingerbread man's head in this lovely bronzy colour. I've then cut in silver, I've cut the little hanger pieces for the baubles, and the background piece of the bauble is cut in a piece of cherry red Centura pearl. On the die set came this little leaping stag, so I have die cut that a couple of times. It's actually a sort of faux wood grain that I've cut it out of, although it doesn't show all that well on this, but it's okay, it's cute. And then I've cut a sort of creamy colour for the antler there. And then I've attached all of that together on a great big brass jump ring with this lovely charm piece that I got from Ali recently. Just a nice bronzy one with a big gem in the centre, which I just thought finished it off. And when I can get to the cupboard that's got all my ribbons in, I'm going to find a piece of tartan ribbon. My craft room is in a tip, which I think is part of the reason why I'm not feeling particularly creative. So I am going to try and have a bit of a tidy up this weekend. I'm going to try and finish off my Christmas projects so that I can put the majority of my Christmas crafting stuff away and just keep out the few bits that I want left out to play with between now and Christmas, and everything else can then get put away and I can have a bit of a tidy round. So that was that one. I then made this little cutie, which is, again, it's made out of metallic cardstock, which I really didn't think about that when I was creating them, that I was going to be filming this in the evening time with the lights glaring. So I do apologise for that. Hey ho. This is like a scrappy sort of star, a squiggly star die cut that I've die cut in silver, and then I did die cut a piece in just a thin chipboard to layer it on top of, just to give it a little bit of sturdiness. I cut a white silver hole circle punch, that's the word I'm looking for, circle punch. Oh my days, it's not a good day. Cut that to put on the back so that the Christmas tree would have something to stick to, and I could press the hot glue down through the scrappy star, and it's picked up on the back of that circle in the background there. The Christmas tree is actually a little wood chip piece that I'd got in my stash. And I've coloured it in with some alcohol markers, so green obviously for the tree, a little bit of brown for the trunk down the bottom there, and then I coloured the top in a goldeny sort of yellow colour, and then I've gone over that with a little bit of gel pen, a bit of sparkly gold gel pen, and then I have put a flatback, sparkly red flatback over the top of that, and then in the holes of the wood chip I've put some red what's it called? Yeah, glitter glue. It's got a name and I can't think what it is, but yeah, I've used that. Stickles, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, I think I should just go back to bed. I've put some stickles into the holes and filled those little cavities with those stickles, which is really cute and just brings a little bit of colour to the lovely Christmas tree. And then I've just stuck some little flatbacks here and there, and again from that word, that festive Christmassy word sheet that I created, I cut out the word festive and just popped that on down the bottom there. And then finally I did an ice boot. Now I have done these before a couple of years ago for a Christmas series that we did. I think it was, I can't remember what it was called. It was a November, No by November, that was it. I did a No by November, and I made some of these back then. But I really like them. I think they're really cute and they look nice on any sort of Christmas or winter projects, which is nice to have things that are not just Christmassy in your stash. So the die cut itself is just like that. It's just a whole one-piece die set. So I've cut it out of a couple of layers of that nice thin chipboard. I've then cut, this piece is actually a wallpaper sample scrap, so there's some texture on it, which I think is always nice when you're doing things like fabric, when you're wanting to get the look of fabric. I think it looks better if you've got a bit of texture in it, and it has got a little bit of sparkle in it as well, which is really cute. I cut just the very tip of it out on a piece of felt, just so that you got that sort of furry cuff on the top of the boot, and then I cut the bottom part out on some silver mirror card so that you could get the look of the blade on the bottom of the boot. I've then gone along and punched holes all the way down the front of the boot and threaded it with some, this is actually the Chinese knotting cord that I got recently, silver Chinese knotting cord, and I've just put a little bit of hot glue on the back and just buried the thread into that, and then tied a tiny little bow and popped that on the top there. And I think they're really cute. So I did just make one of each. Well, in fact I made two of that one, just because they're actually slightly different. You get two, I've got two slightly different dies of the scrappy stars, so I did do two of those, but I've just done one each of these ones, but I will probably do some more at some point and add them to my stash of Christmas embellishments, but I thought it was enough to have one of each to show you what I'd started to create. So that's what I made. Not tons this month, like I say. I mean, December's always a crazy month anyway, isn't it? We're all, rushing about trying to get things done for Christmas. It's busy at work. We've got, obviously, with the current situation, people off work sick and stuff. So that obviously always makes work busier. So it's, yeah, just that time of year, really, where everybody's getting tired and getting ready for a break, but there's also loads to do. You're having to think about things a lot earlier this year because obviously we're not seeing people. So, normally I'd see my sister and my dad and, and I'd be able to give presents to people when I saw them, and give presents to other family members for them to take back with them, and that's not happening this year. So you're having to be a bit more on the ball and try and get Christmas cards out, and which I haven't actually managed to do yet, so I'm really hoping to get that done this weekend. And gifts and things for family members. I've really reduced who I'm giving gifts to this year for that very reason. It just is, it's too much of a nightmare, not just for me to get it sorted and get them posted out, but for other people as well. And I just think it's easier if everybody just makes that agreement that this year we will not bother. We'll think again next year. But yeah, it's a bit busy. It's a bit crazy, but never mind. The new year is around the corner, and hopefully it's going to be a better year for everybody. So that's it from me for now. Thank you very much for joining me. And like I say, I will be continuing with embellishments on the 11th into 2021. Lots of ideas for embellishments for next year, so there will be plenty more for you to see then. Don't forget to go along and see what all the other lovely ladies have been creating, and I will see you later in the week for some more happy crafting. That's it from me for now. I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.